Global Disability Summit Youth. We asked youth with disabilities around the world to talk about stigma and discrimination. Koca, France.
Especially for youth, I think it's not always easy because we just want to live in a spontaneous way, not having always to think twice or 10 times before and prepare for everything before we do, because spontaneity, I think it should be a right. Yeah, again, for education, I would say my main barrier was to be perceived as an exception for part of the professors that I met. And also what I noticed is that my ability to succeed in a particular subject at school was always connected to how inclusive the teacher was. I noticed that, for example, I always got very good marks for a language course because I always got excellent teachers and inclusive teachers at language. And when I was getting less inclusive teachers in some topics, and also at uni from professors, first of all, it took my motivation down. And maybe I had a tendency to work less on that subject. Because, I don't know, I'm someone who really likes to connect to people, and I always see professors as people who need to inspire us. So if they wouldn't be inclusive, it would really impact, and also it would impact my ability to follow that particular class, because if I don't have descriptions of the PowerPoints that the professor is using, if I don't have the adapted material beforehand, if I go to the class and the professor is distributing some printed papers that I cannot read, of course I will not be able to follow the class. For employment, my main barriers are applying for jobs. I don't have barriers for interviews because I can directly speak to the people, but for me, even getting to the stage of getting an interview is hard because many applications are online, especially in the human rights field where I want to work, where I work now. And all the applications are crazy hard. You need to go through different processes. The websites are not accessible, and I would need every time that I want to apply to a job someone to help me. The process for me would take 10 hours instead of taking 2 hours for someone else, and I just don't have that person that could support me to do that. I also refuse to accept the fact that I need someone to apply for me when I want to look for a job. So the process, the barriers for me are coming at that process, even before the stage of getting an interview. I think first of all they should stop putting persons with disabilities at a place where they need to serve the society to make the society better in a volunteer basis. What do I mean? I mean that persons with disabilities are always asked to volunteer, to give testimonies, to raise awareness, and to do all this for free. I'm sorry, it's a bit surprising to say that, but I feel like what governments and my government as well should do is to raising awareness on recognizing persons with disabilities for their expertise as professionals. And not only in the disability field, I mean, persons with disabilities do not always want to work in the disability field. That's also another recommendation.
Presented by International Disability Alliance, Atlas Alliance, Youth Mental Health Norway, UNICEF, globaldisabilitysummit.org.